And next we'll choose the carryover modeling method. We have two options. The default option is as CA, which is traditional, and it's going to use the bypass CA and the receiving inlet local surface intensity to calculate the carryover flow, which will then be added as part of the surface rational flow. When you're using this method, it can sometimes result in significant differences between the carryover flow and the flow in the bypassing gutter. So an enhancement has been done, and now we can instead use as flow using HEC 22 methodology, which will make the calculation directly use the bypassing gutter's flow as the carryover flow in the inlet, and accordingly the carryover CA is derived by the flow and the local inlet intensity. We use as flow here. In these next sections, you can set the coefficients that will be used for the different head loss methods. So depending on the head loss method that you're choosing, that's really the only section you would need to set up. So I'm going to skip down to the HEC 22 Energy Losses 3rd edition, and you would want to confirm that these are the correct coefficients that you would want to be used for that method. So the coefficients are set here, and then if I go and take a look at the catch basin or manhole prototypes, recall that we are going to be specifying which head loss method is going to be used. And the last section is only going to apply if you are using the modified rational method. So here you can specify what the runoff routing coefficient should be, whether or not you want to apply areal reduction factor, and then the last option is whether or not you want to use the travel time through the pipe to compute rational flow entering the same pipe. So once you finish setting up your calculation option, you're going to select that option and then select the duplicate icon. I'm going to rename this as the design calculation option. And the only change I'm going to be making is going to be on the calculation type. I'll switch that over to a design. So I have my new calculation options here for the rational method, and I want to delete the original one. Now right now it's being used in an active scenario, so I'm not going to be able to delete that. So I'll need to open up my scenario manager, and I'm going to replace my scenario with one of these instead. So instead of choosing the base calculation options, I'll choose one of the other ones, which will make those active. And now I can go in and delete that original one. Remember, you always want to hit the Save button prior to leaving your file.